guys, we're making a new episode. Yeah. Okay, let's go to acting. Hi guys. Squirtle. Hi. Hi.
This is
This.
his side.
Well, okay. Today we're gonna be reacting to Sprunky videos. Yeah.
He
Okay.
lived with his single mother
What?
in a
What? Bro, guys, look at
in a
this.
poor neighborhood.
Bro, it looks so
His mother
sad.
loved him so much, but didn't have enough money.
Bro, ang sad naman to.
She worked hard, but life was tough.
Okay, wait.
Jevin only had one piece of clothing, a dark blue hoodie that he wore every day from the day he was born. Jevin's life had been harsh. He didn't have any friends. The other kids
So
never
sad.
mocked him for his torn clothes and empty pockets. They laughed at him because he wore the dark blue hoodie every day. Life in their tiny home was hard. The walls were cracked, the roof leaked when it rained, and the small rooms were always cold in the winter. They didn't have much furniture, just an old couch, a small table, and a mattress they shared.
I don't
Most
know,
nights,
Jevin
they
has
had little to eat. Sometimes just bread and water. Despite the
Bro,
overwhelming
so
hardship,
sad.
Jevin and his mother
I feel like I'm gonna cry right now.
so strong that it often softened the harshness of their reality. Their bond gave them the strength to keep going.
Guys, why is this so sad, guys? Guys, it's so sad.
She
I mean, look
worked
at-
long hours at different jobs, cleaning houses or helping in small shops, but she still didn't earn enough money. She would come home tired, her hands rough from scrubbing floors and carrying heavy things. Despite her struggles, she always smiled at Jevin and told him everything would be okay. In the evenings, after long days of work,
Guys,
his
this
mother
is so
would play
sad.
soft tunes. Jevin would sit close by, tapping beats on an old tin can, trying to match her rhythm. She'd smile at him and say, "You've got music in your soul, Jevin. Don't ever lose it." That encouragement stayed with him, even during the darkest times. She gave him as much love as she could, even if she couldn't give him toys, new clothes,
Yeah.
or a proper
At least you have your mom.
He didn't have a backpack for school,
Maybe.
so he carried his books in his arms. Some days, he skipped school altogether because he was too embarrassed. Other kids whispered behind his back and laughed at him. Even the teachers treated him differently, scolding him.
Bro!
Kids.
I literally hate those guys when people bully
He went to the
him.
market to buy the cheapest
Bro, I
vegetables.
feel so bad for Jevin.
He wanted to make
Yeah.
her proud,
Okay.
but he could
Oh,
see the sadness in her
that's
eyes.
turtle.
She often
Back to
sat at the
reacting.
window late at night, looking out at the dark street, worrying about how she could give Jevin a better life. One winter, things got even worse. Jevin's mom became sick,
No.
and their money ran out quickly. Their electricity was cut off, and they had to use candles for light. The cold nights were unbearable, and Jevin often wrapped himself in his blue hoodie, wishing he could make things better. It was during this difficult time that his mom made the painful decision to leave him at the orphanage. She thought it was the only way.
Bro, don't leave him at the orphanage.
Better life. Even
Oh
if
my
it
gosh.
meant they had to say goodbye. When Jevin arrived at the orphanage, he quickly realized it was not going to be a better life. The orphanage was a cold, harsh place, more like a prison than a home. The building was old.
Subscribe, guys. Subscribe to make this life better.
Yeah. Let the wind and rain inside. The rooms were crowded with too many children, all crammed into rows of squeaky metal bunk beds. The air smelled damp and sour, and everything felt gray and
Air!
The caretakers at the orphanage were cruel. They didn't treat the children with kindness or care. Instead, they shouted at them, called them names, and punished them harshly for even the smallest mistakes.
Why?
Meals were meager and tasteless, and there was never enough for everyone. Jevin often went to bed hungry, his stomach growling as he tried to sleep. Jevin missed his mother terribly. At night, he would lie awake and think about her, wondering if she was okay and if she missed him as much as he missed her. He blamed himself for being a burden on her, for not being able to make things easier.
Guys, you can watch
He
too.
kept a memory.
It's called Jevon's Sad Story if you want to search it.
She used to sing to him, finding comfort in the rhythm and beats. He created with his hands
Glad
and
we're
voice.
not like Jevon.
But after months of
I'm
enduring
so-
the harsh life at the orphanage, Jevin couldn't do it anymore. He realized
Oh no.
he would lose the little bit of hope he had left. One cold night, while everyone else was asleep, he packed up what little he had and slipped out through a broken window.
Oh no.
The night air was freezing, but Jevin didn't look back. He was determined to find a better life, no matter how.
That must be why Jevon's so sad and spunky.
The orphanage, he found
I'm
himself
gonna cry right now.
and unsure.
Okay, let's not try because we're gonna be cringe after that.
No family and
No
no
money.
money. Every day became a struggle
He's
to find
angry.
food and a safe place to sleep. At first, Jevin tried begging, sitting on street corners with his blue hoodie pulled tight against the wind. But people rarely stopped to help. Most walked by without even looking at him, and some even yelled at him to move. The few coins he managed to collect were barely enough to buy a piece of bread or a bottle of water. Jevin also took jobs wherever he could find them. He cleaned tables at small street cafes, carried heavy bags for shoppers at the market, and even swept floors in small shops. But the work was tough, and the people he worked for were often impatient and unkind. Many times, he was fired for reasons he didn't understand. Sometimes simply because he didn't work fast enough, or because someone else was willing to work for less. Despite all of this, Jevin found a small spark of joy in his music. He started performing beatboxing on the streets, tapping rhythms on empty cans, and using his voice to create beats and melodies. It wasn't much, but it was his talent, and it made...
No!
Bruh,
What happened?
what are you doing?
Not.
Are you vlogging?
Yeah!
Hi guys!
We're cringe now.
Sometimes
Cringe.
Ano mo ko? Hey guys!
a small box he played
Cringe.
on good days.
Stop.
And on bad days, he had to make do with scraps. One day, Jevin heard devastating news. His mother was gravely
No.
ill and needed surgery.
Surgery?
The cost was far beyond anything he could hope to earn on the streets. Desperate to save her,
a movie in real life.
Jevin
Yeah.
turned to a man known for lending money to desperate people. This man, however, was part of a dangerous cult that demanded more than just repayment.
Whoa!
Jevin had to work for them. running errands and delivering packages to pay off his debt. Though he hated working for the gang, Jevon had no choice. He wanted to help his mother,
Yeah.
even if it meant risking his life. But the more he worked for them, the more he realized they were involved in terrible things.
What?
His heart sank as he saw the harm they caused to others, and he knew he couldn't stay with them. Jevon decided to escape again. But this time, it wasn't just poverty chasing him. It was the cult.
Oh,
They hunted him through the streets,
why?
forcing him to hide and run constantly. Despite the danger, Jevon held on to the hope that someday he would find a way to leave his pain behind and create a better life for himself and his mother. Through his tough journey, he managed to save his mother, but he couldn't
Oh
save
no.
himself.
Oh,
The cult were after him. One evening, after days of work,
gosh.
Jevon was exhausted.
I feel
The
so bad
sun
for
had
him.
set,
Yeah.
and the city streets were quiet.
Oh,
He
that's
stumbled into a narrow, dimly lit alley, hoping to find a place to rest. The walls were covered in graffiti, and the air smelled of rain and garbage.
Sorry guys for pausing it, but it was really sad. I cannot handle it. She has blood yet. Yeah. Just search in Sprunky Jevon Sad Origin Star Real Life Base Zero Incredible.
Inside the box.
Yeah. I'm going to sad. You too?
Yeah.
But here's the title if you want. Okay. Finish typing.
Okay. Back to.
Yup. Back to Starry. Yup-dee, yup-dee.
He noticed something unusual. Rhythmic sound coming from a small wooden door at the end of the alley. Jevon pushed the door open and stepped inside. He found himself in a small room filled with old TVs, strange instruments and speakers. The walls vibrated with the sound of music, beats.